Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel and another episode here on Riverbend Springs. Just out here chatting with Gramps this morning. As always, he's out here where he spends his days. But we're going to get ready to get some crop off today. But we're going to start actually by running the Challenger with the cultivator. We're going to get the lime incorporated into the soil. Really liking the third person. Big fan of it. I am starting to have some issues with my steering wheel though. Getting no resistance at all, which is kind of a bummer. We are going to head over to the big field that we did first, and then we'll come back and we'll do this field last. I was thinking about doing cover crop on this field actually, so we still might do that. Just direct drill cover crop right into that field, so we'll see. Get to see the morning fog, which is pretty cool. This is day 2 of recording for me. So the first 3 episodes were all recorded on launch day. This is the next day, getting a second look at the game. And look at that. That's pretty slick, man. That is so good. What a great game. I'll keep saying it. I know. Like a broken record, but it's so good. We're gonna start here with some up-down rows. We'll probably skip rows as well, like we have been doing. Go at a nice steady 5 mile an hour. Gotta figure out my wheel. Might have to stop the recording and hop out of game so we can figure that out. It'd be nice to have the wheel fixed. It's just kind of like hanging limp. Unless I actually put it back where it needs to be, but usually it like kind of returns back to center. What I'm trying to say. But yeah, it's not doing that. I mean, look at this. We've never seen a farm sim like this, man. The God rays and the fog over the field, and it just feels natural. I love it. I have been seeing a lot of post-launch complaints from a lot of people. I don't really understand it. I mean, I get the ones from the people that are having graphics issues and stuff. I know my brother, he's on Xbox, and his game has a lot of texture issues and stuff, and that can be frustrating. I get those ones. But the people that just are upset with the game in general, that aren't having any of those issues, I don't really understand it. I really don't. You can't expect... I don't know. There's got to be limits to things, I'm sure, for Giants. Especially a company that supports a game for console as well, which is the majority of their audience. So you got to think about that. You're not gonna get. They're not a U.S. based company for one. So they're not going to always cater to the U.S. audience. They have to be inclusive to the whole world I mean, I don't know. It's, which I'm sure the U.S. audience is a very small portion of their audience as well. I'm sure the European audience is much bigger. Don't quote me on that, but just I don't get it. I really don't. I think this is easily the best game they've ever made. By far, like bar none, the best. So I don't know. I guess I like to look at the positive things, and we'll stay doing that. You know, doing cultivation work used to be one of those things that I always made AI workers do. There's something very satisfying about it now. In this game, I'm not gonna lie. Really liking it. Feels very real. Very reminiscent. I do a lot of tillage in real life, so I'm really liking it. But per usual, we'll get to work off camera, and we'll catch you guys at some point. We're either coming. I think we'll probably catch you guys again once we're coming back down the rows, or yeah, I don't know. Who knows? Catch you guys soon. Alrighty, guys. We just finished up doing the cultivation on the field about 20 minutes ago, and we pretty much immediately hopped in the combine, parked up the Challenger, hopped in the combine so we can get these beans off. So I've been hearing complaints about the soybean textures. Interesting, for sure. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Not sure if I like them either. Definitely different looking. You can't even see the... Oh, I guess right there technically is some beans on the pod, but I feel like they're too bushy still. Like they're green still. When we harvest our soybeans, there's not any green on these. So that's interesting. Okay, well, hey. You know, we can't be perfect. However, I do think we might end up changing those. Also not sure why we're not skimming the ground. Leaving a little too much stubble there for me, I think. Let's just look at it. Yeah, that's interesting. Definitely when when most people harvest soybeans, you're taking them right directly off the ground. Huh. Soybeans could be improved. Let's just say that. I think they definitely could be improved. But again, luckily for me, I'm on PC. I mean, unfortunately for console guys, there's nothing you can do about it, but I mean, it could be worse, you know. Again, Giants is a European company. They might do things differently in Europe, so we got to give them a little grace here. Us Americans are not the only ones in the farming world, so we're actually walking back to the farm now. We're going to grab the grain truck. The joys of working alone, right? Get to do a little walking every now and then to check out the countryside. But hey, luckily it's a great looking view. Hey cows, how we doing today? Alright, I'm gonna grab the grain truck and we'll catch up with you guys here shortly. Grain truck is secured. Now let's get to taking these beans off. About 1 o'clock now, should be plenty dry. The feeding animation though on the head looks pretty nice, at least. It is also nice that you can see that the soybeans are in rows, but I don't know if they're 30-inch rows. But I've also heard that soybeans have been removed from the... you can't plant soybeans with a drill anymore, which is kind of a bummer. I mean, I think that's a pretty easy fix, to be honest. You just add it to the XML line. But again, for console guys, kind of stuck with it. I think you have to use a planter in order to harvest soybeans. A bit unfortunate. It is possible that we might end up not getting a planter at all this coming year and just running with crops that we can use, or that we can use the drill for. However, I do want to get a planter, so I don't know. Maybe not. Kind of just thinking out loud at the moment. Nice little sheds down here by the water. Store some things in, maybe a few bales or I don't know, something. It's a nice view on this field. This is the one we bought. So this is a additional purchase from what you get starting out. I also do apologize if you're noticing any kind of frame drops at all. I'm not really noticing anything really that's super bad, but I am rendering episode 2 currently while I'm playing this. The grind continues. Gotta record right after you edit in order to try and get as much content out as I can. We are taking headlands off right now, if you're not aware, wondering what I'm doing. We're gonna go north-south. So we're gonna take 3 headland passes off here. My thought is, I don't know how these are gonna yield. So I started in the back and worked to get these headlands off. And then if we were getting towards full, we'd be able to work our way up back towards the front of the field again to get those headlands off, and then we're closer to the truck. I decided to go north and south because the rows are north and south. As you can see. Should probably work diagonally once we get these headlands off, which we probably will try to do. Probably going to try to do all of this manually. I've been enjoying the GPS system during while doing my cultivation, but it's kind of nice to do things manually every now and then too. We got an old combine, might as well. We'll hop in cab too for a little bit. Kind of nice for a little change of pace. I wonder what year this combine was built, actually. It is a great combine, though. I know I've said it already, but I'm happy to have a different type of combine. I feel like the last few games the combine has been very European. Not saying that this isn't. I think this is a Europe. I mean, it's both. I've looked. It was sold both in Europe and in the US. So kind of nice that it was made it a little versatile. The Deutz from last game didn't feel very versatile. Felt very out of place on Elm Creek. So Giants does us some favors every now and then. You just gotta look for it. Now, in true SimStation fashion, I didn't really plan ahead. I made my first cut through, and I said, oh, there's not a headland down on this side, so here we are, doing a little headlands over here now, on the diagonal part of the field. Yeah, I do think, though, if we get a little bit of extra money, it would be nice to be able to buy these fields and combine them, make just one big field. That would be, I think that would be nice. Not exactly sure. I feel like it could be a nice rice field. We could put the elevated edges around it right down here by the water and utilize the river water for flooding the field and stuff. That would be kind of cool. However, I really like, I don't know, I just kind of like this field. What am I hitting? What in the world? What was that? That was very strange. It was like I was hitting something. There was a collision right there. Huh. That was odd. So yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what we're going to do. And honestly, it doesn't really feel like we're going to be able to afford to buy another field anyway. Yet this year. There's definitely the possibility to take out a loan. There's always that possibility, and it might be worth it. But I'm going to really, really try my hardest to pay off the loans if we do. Like by the end of the year or something like that, you know, like can't go into the next year with a loan or in debt or something like that, you know. We are running about a 5-degree angle. I did, full transparency, I did utilize the GPS to find a good line to run through, but we're not using it now. It just feels very, very natural, guys. Everything just feels like it belongs, you know? It's not, there's nothing out of place. It's not just random, like, wide open grass areas where there should be a field. It's just, what an improvement. I mean, really. And also, if I'm talking a little bit soft, I do apologize, but I am recording at night, so I'm trying not to wake up my daughter. So it's never fun. But I want to play, and this is the only time I get to play, and again, in order to get the content out the amount of content out that I want to get out, we gotta play. We gotta record at times when it might be slightly inconvenient. So you guys know the drill. We're gonna keep at her. Catch you soon. You know, one thing that I haven't noticed is floating deer. I actually don't see the deer as much either as I feel like I did in 22. Felt like I needed to just cut in and say that really quick. I feel like that kind of a nice thing. They're not overly everywhere and not nearly as skittish as they were. Okay, that's all I had to say about deer. Alright, so we're coming down here to the barge. I think it's called the barge sell point or something like that, maybe. Which I'm thinking now that we are in the wrong spot. Maybe we're in the right spot. This is the right spot. Yes, seems like it's the right spot. Is there like a buy spot or something like that for this? Why is it putting it right there by the door? This is a cool sell point though. This is one I wanted to check out. This is the one down by the river, and that's actually the barge right there. That's pretty sweet. I wonder where you rent the barge at. Or can you? Can you drive the barge? I think you can. Man, look at these cool houses and stuff on the river. That's pretty sweet. Well, anyway. So yeah, we went across the bridge, then down. Now we're over here, and we'll go back up across the bridge, and we actually cut through our farm in order to get here, because there's not a good, that's pretty much the quickest way to get there. We'll see what we can make from this. Hopefully a decent profit. It's not going to be the greatest. I think we took one that was slightly less. 9 grand, not terrible. We'll probably get another 9 grand from the rest of the field. But there was another one that was a little bit more. Oh look, there's even other boats. So there's two boats on the river right now. That's cool. Yeah, we chose to go to this one because it was closer, instead of going to the one that maybe would have gotten us a few $100 more. Because we're a little bit strapped for time right now to get these beans off. We need to get them off by the end of the month, which is today, because we're only running 1-day months. Yeah, I was a little bit afraid this was going to happen. So kind of a one-way road, I'm thinking. Alrighty. We are going to head back to the farm, and we'll catch you in the field. Alright. We're well over halfway now. Things are running fine. I am noticing, so I've heard of a lot of people having like blurry textures and stuff. I'm noticing it on the Combine every now and then on the Massey logo, which I'm curious if it has something to do with your PC's CPU. Because I'm currently, like I said earlier, I'm rendering a video as well as playing and recording and all that stuff, which is a lot of strain on my CPU. So I'm wondering if it's a CPU issue, which you guys might already know that, but I don't. So I'm thinking that could be what it is, which might help some people, I guess. I don't know if that it's a little tidbit of information that if you're having texture issues, that could be a thing. Obviously it's not doing it for me right now, but it does every now and then it kind of just goes away eventually. So I haven't noticed it any other time besides when I have a bunch of stuff going on in the background. So I don't know. Might be like a CPU overload thing. I don't know. But anywho, we need to cut in another hole. One more cut through, and I think we're going to be able to finish up nice. Kind of curious to see if it starts to get a little bit darker. We're going to have to flip lights on and stuff. I kind of want to see what that's like. So if that is the case, we'll definitely jump back in and let you guys see that. So I don't know if you just saw that, but yeah, that was the blurry logo right there, and then it just kind of went away. But you would have had to be looking at it right away. But anyway, it is dark now. We're definitely not going to get a full truckload. We haven't even loaded it at all yet, so we're definitely not going to be getting a full truckload. We'll leave that little strip for last, I think. We did turn on the auto steer for a little bit. Saying that and then I miss it. There we go. We'll just turn off the lines to make it a little bit more visually appealing. But this is the night-ish cycle. This is more like dawn or dusk. It's nice that it kind of gradually transitions. I kind of noticed it like between like 1600 and 1700. It really kind of gradually like got darker, which is cool. I like seeing that. Yeah, we'll definitely finish up here. And I think we're going to call it an episode, so thank you guys for watching. I know it probably wasn't really that long of an episode, and it's not super, didn't do a whole lot, but thanks for watching, guys. I really do appreciate it. We'll grab this little sliver while we're back here, actually, and we'll turn around and take this last pass up to the front. Yeah. Thanks to the YouTube channel members. If you guys enjoyed what you saw, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more content. And we'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.